This is CodeStar Man 1 for fragworld.org. We're here with another interview from one of our great members of the QuakeCon 2011 staff, TNT Trash. He is exactly, what is your job here at the Network Operations Center?
I am actually the Director of Infrastructure Planning and Deployment.
Oh, so you're the one that moves the pieces, that makes sure that everybody's in the right place at the right time, basically?
Our team is the one that planned out all of the infrastructure for the event, including the 8 remote locations. And then we come up with a plan, the deployment, and manage the volunteer staff to put all the hardware in place and the entire physical network in place.
All right. So there's a lot of computers here. And as such, there's a lot of cable that's involved. How much cable are we talking?
There's approximately 7 miles of Cat5e on the ground, 3.4 miles of Cat5e on the tables connected to the switches. Yeah. There's fiber installed in the rafters that we put up last week, and then there's additional interconnects within the hotel that help us jump to our remote locations.
All right. So behind us, this is the all the dedicated servers you have? Correct. And am I correct in that you have a TS3 and a Ventrilo server running right now?
That is absolutely correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
How many slots are those Ventrilo and TS3 servers running on right now?
I'm actually not sure on that question.
Not sure? Probably at least about 50 or 100 or so, right?
Probably closer to 100, especially on the Ventrilo server. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been having fun. I actually was playing with a couple of your NOC friends last night. So how many people have been involved with just helping things happen and making things happen so far this weekend?
Well, I can give you some general numbers. The pre-planning crew involved over 65 people over the last 6 months. Where we lay everything out, we map everything out. It's all put in CAD. We have team meetings once every couple weeks. We then have our networking staff, our IT staff, which is all of our software side, our routing, etc., that programs the core, the switches. They've all been involved in those meetings. Then when we begin to load on site, we have anywhere from 200 to 400 volunteers involved, and we could probably get those numbers directly from the volunteer desk. But as an example, last year we had over 5,000 hours of volunteer labor to put this on.
And that was just for the tech department and just for the network operation.
No, that was for QuakeCon. All of QuakeCon.
Oh, okay, yeah. That was all for all of QuakeCon in every place. Yeah. So I hear that you guys have this thing called the core going on. Yeah. Could we maybe take a look at that?
Yeah, absolutely can.
All right. Hello again, Frag World Nation. I'm here with TNT again, and this time we are broadcasting from the place that they call the core. Please, TNT, could you give us just a general, brief description for somebody who may not be as familiar with the technical aspects of what exactly the core is?
Well, the core is basically the brain central hub where we bring all of the external cables that are run throughout the backbone, through all the tables, back up, patch them in, and it's actually our direct link for doing routing, IP switching, etc., where all the switches interconnect.
So, there's how many miles of cable involved again?
7 miles, just on the floor.
And all of that 7 miles compiles into this, correct?
Correct.
So what does I know I heard that there's sort of a little bit different way that you guys approach things this year. Explain just how you guys have started to try to expand upon, creativity and whatnot in organizing this.
Yeah, well, this year one of our key focuses that the team came up with as a whole was we actually wanted to be a little bit more organized as far as if we had to backtrace a line, etc. So in the past, all of our backbone will typically come up under the stage. It gets coiled in a loop, and then it's brought up through the front and tied back into the core switch that way. This year, we've actually brought it in from the sides, then comes up the rack servers, comes across, and it drops down from the front into the core. It allows us a little easier if we need to pull an entire run out, if we need to switch over to a redundant cable, because there's a redundant cable in each one of the columns that runs through here. And it allowed us to pretty much pretty it all up, keep a cleaner space so that we can allow press up here to do interviews and stuff. and we start.
Forgive the background noise. There's some guys going crazy.
So it allowed us to just organize it a little bit better, make it a little bit cleaner and more efficient. We were done a little bit early, so we thought we'd add this little special touch on it. So,
okay. I also heard that you guys have been sort of expanding on the organization of how the personnel is organized and managed. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, this year we segmented our directors out a little bit differently, expanded the group so that we could get more volunteer involvement. So basically we took the BYOC staff and we split it into a network staff and an infrastructure staff. My staff is the infrastructure side, which is all your physical cables. Then we have the network staff, which is on one side of the NOC. All they do is our software routing. They handle anything, packet transfers, etc. Anything going on, they monitor it, and they're on top of that. So that was our primary difference.
All right. This has been an interview with TNT Trash. What was your title again?
I'm the Director of Infrastructure Planning and Deployment.
Wow. That's quite a bit of responsibility. And thank you for helping us all have such a good time here at QuakeCon. This has been an interview with TNT Trash of the Network Operations Center for fragworld.org.